everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jennifer Glatzhofer, but you can call me Jen. I'm a musical theatre performer and a voice teacher. And today, as you can see from the title, I will be looking at Oliver Anthony, Rich Men North of Richmond. Now, I have seen, and I can see here that it's #1 on trending for music. So I'm just excited to dive into this artist, this singer, this new vocalist over on my channel. I'm really excited to see what kind of thing we're gonna get. As always, this will be a reaction and an analysis video, so I will be stopping and talking about the vocals. That's what I do over here, so do be expecting pausing. If you just want to watch the full thing uninterrupted, I've left the link to the original video in the description below, so do go and check that out. If you do enjoy what I'm doing over here and find yourself learning a thing or two along the way, then please do consider checking me out over on Patreon as well. The link can be found in the description below. And very, very soon actually, something exciting is coming in regards to the full album that me and Ian have been working on. Ian and myself, we are very excited to be sharing the next, whatever it may be, it's coming soon. But if you haven't yet listened to I'm Not a Fan, you can listen to it on any major streaming platform, just under my name, Jennifer Glatzhofer. Do go and check that out. The GoFundMe page link can also be found in the description below if you're in a position to support. I'm so excited. Right, hit that subscribe button and the bell button and let's get to it.
I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay, so I can sit out here and waste my life away, drag back home and drown my troubles away. It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is living.
Oh, okay, I really like the angst in the delivery so far. I know I stopped in the middle of a word, but it's so tricky when a song's quite conversational, which I love. I meant tricky in the sense of pausing, right? Because it's just da, 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 da. But that's something that I want to talk about, is how conversational. It's like it's a piece of writing and he's just, it's very raw. We can hear the guitar and his vocals, and it's so conversational and it's so close to how he would talk this. Not necessarily just accent-wise, which we will go into as well, but also just how the delivery of it. It's so just da 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 da. So on the D, so the top part of his chest voice as well. Obviously, I haven't heard how he speaks. This is the first introduction to his voice at all. But this is a D4, is at the top part of a male or lower set chest voice, or thick folds, lower register, yeah, so the top part of that. So we are stretching his speaking voice. So that also helps with the angst as well, like in the delivery, that kind of like, and also obviously the words. Right, let's go.
I've been selling my soul, working all day.
There's like a slight like break in his vocals as well, which instantly brings this kind of vulnerability. So not only is he kind of da 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 like up there, so it's high, the intensity is quite, not too high, but relatively high, but then because he's quite clear with his vocals, every time he does kind of break and we get a little bit of escape of his breath, it's like we're so entranced by his delivery. It's so, just feels very real. What I mean by the little flip in his voice, that little kind of break of air, is essentially we're going from a clear vocal folds, that's, you know, where the vocal folds are touching when they vibrate, when we're creating sound, and then we're just letting it not touch all the way when we're producing sounds. We're letting air come through first, so we can kind of hear it ever so slightly. But this pickup's really cool. Da -da -da -da. There's a kind of slide, almost vocal fry.
I've been selling my soul, working all day.
Working all day. There's like a slight, I'm kind of exaggerating a bit, but there it is.
I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay, so I can sit out here and waste my life away. And
notice this like this vowel is quite as a comfortable bass for him to put these, and that happens to be on that D4 as well. It helps us maintain a thicker sound because we're on an open vowel. My life out here, everything's ah. He's on the first part of the diphthong as well. It's not my life, which is going back to his accent, which is very close to how he would say it. He wouldn't really go onto the diphthong. So everything's keeping very, it's even more personal to him and very relatable.
Get paid so I can sit out here and waste my life away. Drag back home and drown my troubles away. It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is.
I like that, but it is. It's like somehow we've got even more conversational. People like you, that whole section. He's on a G4 up here, which is going through his first passage, and he's still maintaining a thick connection. Again, very conversational. It's like he's got his point to say and he wants to say it. Yes, he's singing it and it's with music, but he's like, hear me.
What the world's gotten to for people like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is. Living in the new world with an old soul.
Oh, that's the first. With an old, obviously the word is old soul. Old soul. That, I find that very tricky to say then. That's the first time he's kind of closing on old, because he's getting the old, that kind of change in diphthong. So he's closing there, and it brings a different quality to when he was more open vowel, just gives it a different feel.
With an old soul, these rich men north of Richmond, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control.
Yeah, sorry, just go back to that little section. His control, his breath control is really interesting because he's very clear with his vocals. You can hear there's not much breath coming through, but when he does let it go through, it's like he's really letting that like force out, so we get that kind of like kind of almost not as weird and ugly as that, but it's like he's, it doesn't seem forced. I'm obviously forcing it here to show it, but it doesn't seem forced. It feels like it's just natural to do that, and it's just, again, it makes it so much more vulnerable and so much more that we are hearing him and what he wants us to hear from him.
In the new world with an old soul, these rich men north of Richmond, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control. Wanna know what you think, wanna know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do, 'cause your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end, 'cause the rich men, the rich men.
Oh wow, I love how there's a little bit of a grit coming in here. Like I said, again, hitting that G4, so stretching that thicker fold connection. But very conversational. We're getting that kind of break in his voice as well, and now he's introducing a little bit of grit. So it's like the intensity is quite high already, but how are we going to, where's the journey of the song going to go? He's being very direct with his words as well. Like, it ain't subtle. But yeah, that grit just brings another level, which we don't want to let that affect the vocal folds, because if it does, then it becomes painful and irritable for us. But we want it for the false vocal folds to kind of be involved a little bit there, which just lie above the true vocal folds. Otherwise, we'd feel a bit of pain.
Wanna know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do, 'cause your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end.
There, it's tack, tack, tack. It's like so, and again that G, it's so abrupt, and it just kind of there, and then he grabs hold of that clear vocal fold as well. It's really
What you do, 'cause your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end, 'cause the rich men, the rich men.
I like the rich men north of Richmond. Like, it's two separate words, but it's very cleverly, lyrically placed.
Rich men, the rich men.
Right there.
I wish politicians look out for minors, and not just minors on an island somewhere. Lord, we got folks in the street, ain't got nothing to eat, and the obese milking welfare. Well, God.
Okay.
I wish politicians would look out for minors, and not just minors on an island somewhere. Lord, we got folks in the street, ain't got nothing to eat, and the obese milking welfare.
So then just notice the onset. When we talk, like I said, it's very conversational. I'm going to keep saying this. I'm going to keep repeating it. How much his conversational approach to this song, works. It's perfect. It's so right. But obviously when we talk, we're using glottal onset, so how we approach the note. But here, I think the word was eat, but he put a heed, a little bit of breath in there, an aspirate onset onto it rather than eat. Sometimes glottal onsets can be a little bit abrupt for the, can be a little bit harsh for the vocal folds if we keep doing them constantly. And also if we keep doing them constantly and building pressure up before the vocal fold, before we go onto the word, right? Like we're causing a lot of tension there. So sometimes that H just kind of smooths things out a little bit, but we also don't want to, it's just about mixing that up a little bit.
Lord, we got folks in the street, ain't got nothing to eat, and the obese milking welfare. Well, God, if you're 5'3" and you're 300 pounds, taxes ought not to pay for your bags of fudge rounds. Young men are putting themselves 6 feet in the ground, 'cause all this damn country does is keep on kicking them down. Lord, it's...
I love how at the end we had a little bit of a change in tone, in timbre. Everything's, you know, when we're conversational, when we're singing conversational, the larynx is going to be in kind of a neutral place or neutral for you. Obviously everything is different, wherever that position may be. Sometimes we can change the tone by raising the larynx a little bit or manipulating it and lowering it a little bit. We want to be careful and monitor if we're doing that too much or staying too much in a place that isn't natural for you. But here, just at the very end, we had a little bit of a risen placement as we kind of brighten that tone a little bit, which is just interesting. Was it on the word down?
Country does is keep on kicking them down.
Now, rather than down, where is not down, we have a little bit of an like some twang in there as well. There's lots of twang, which is brightening up every so often as well. But yeah, just a slight change there.
'Cause all this damn country does is keep on kicking them down. Lord, it's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is. Living in the new world with an whole soul.
Another thing, like obviously the singing's very conversational, but it's the direction of how he's delivering this with his eyes. I know it isn't anything to do with his vocals, but it does help because it's very, he's painting the picture for us and it's clearly there. But the way he's just kind of saying this, everything's so still. He's like moving, obviously he's playing guitar, but there's no like extra kind of tension. There's no like reaching anything for these, all these, he's lovely and dropping his jaw. And yeah, we have those elements of the break coming through the vocals again as well, which seems to be quite a running theme in here. So it'd be interesting to hear something else. I did actually see on the side that there's 2 recent songs, and I feel like more songs are kind of coming out as well. I'm filming this, when is this coming out? I don't know, but there seems like more, so I'll be interested to hear some more from him.
Oh, it is living in the new world with an whole soul.
He actually does with a no. He's actually moving his whole body back, so he doesn't have to reach here because this is hard. He's moving everything back, so that's how he's also keeping supported. So not only is he, you know, his body's very much with him as well, but also the attack of the words and the emphasis on certain words are helping him maintain that support as well.
With an whole soul, these rich men north of Richmond, Lord wanna know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do, 'cause your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end, 'cause the rich men know the rich men.
So the rich man, or the rich man, is again that G4. He's getting a way more of a brighter feel than that he was before with that drop of the jaw. He's like showing teeth. That's again gonna help us maintain that chest connection. And it is just like he's just extending that speech-like quality. He's sending that voice out. It is word with music. He's singing. This is a song, but he is just really talking it at us. You know, making sure it's heard. It's
North of Richmond. I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay.
Gosh, I love when songs just kind of end. Oh, the doggies! I love when songs just end with a repeated of a verse, but it's like a little bit unresolved. This one did. We did. Resolve on that G. I love how even though the song, you know, he played the chord progression and then he played it a little bit more softer. Then when the vocals came in, he was still very direct. It's not like he dynamically became quieter with the vocals, which is interesting because musically he kind of built it up, then he came back down, but the point still stands. Something needs to change, but yeah, it's still so clear and connected. Very conversational, like, I'm gonna use that word again, but he doesn't like shy away from like softening up as well. He's still like he's still one last time, hear me kind of thing.
I've been selling my soul,
so clear,
working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay.
Yeah, it's really interesting how he goes from one quality to the next really fast in that phrase. And then the dog. I think it says here, he has 3 dogs and a plot of land he plans on turning into a small farm to raise livestock. When an artist shares a song so close to them, it's amazing, and obviously in this case it's sad to see how many people do relate to it and can relate to it. Yeah, what a really strong, powerful song, and something that means a heck of a lot. Well, as I said then, I did see that there was more songs up on YouTube of him, and obviously it was getting bigger on TikTok as well, so I need to go and do a little search over there. But thank you very much for watching this reaction and analysis video. If you did enjoy it, please go ahead and click that subscribe button, the bell button, and the thumbs up button. And don't forget to check me out on Patreon as well. And I will see you very soon for another video.